Sure.
58.
Mm.
I could have got those 10 earlier. You could have gone Target.
Mm.
You're upset. Come on. Let's see, you're gonna share it on the platform. I asked Danny if she was gonna watch it, and she was like, I might have to do some DoorDash.
3 people in there, right?
Like,
Here we go. Yeah, good.
like the background is wait, what's the blur? What's the blur? Did you already?
Technical difficulties. That's really weird. Where are you? It doesn't make any sense. Well, it's a good thing we started a little bit early. Background
I know.
or avatar.
I don't think it's like just
So dumb. Oh, hey. Well, that works until you go backwards.
dude, why is it so slow?
There's a delay. Okay, we're gonna try this. Make sure we got. There we go. Yvette Honey Angels, how are you? Bill, a few people coming in. I don't know why you keep disappearing in the background. Some of them, yeah. Trying to figure out how to get the background unfaded because we keep disappearing like we're ghosts or something. Background effects. None. I don't want any background. I don't want blur. blur. Don't want any more. Ridiculous. Even is this. I don't want that either.
I don't think it's.
I don't know what it has to do with, but it's annoying and frustrating me. Hey guys, if you're here a little early, we're just getting ready and I'm trying to figure out how to remove the blurry background so we keep disappearing. It's not working. Good enough. You could see me just fine
Yep.
until we go like this and then we disappear in the background. I don't get it. Oh well. Look, you disappeared again. Oh, there you are.
Click on your profile picture
I did that. My profile picture.
on Zoom. Click on your profile
I
picture.
don't have a profile picture. Meeting settings? No.
Open the virtual background option
It did that. Background inside.
and choose the brand.
I did. I chose none like 85 times and it refuses. Julie. Hi, Julie. Tell the ghost to step away. Maybe it's us. Maybe we're the ghosts. I don't know. Julie, it's been too long since we've seen each other. And the last time was on a ship, which has been sinking. Is it a filter? I have no idea. I've got all my backgrounds unselected. I've got none for the filters. I have no idea what's going on here. But it's annoying. Apply background to all meetings. Maybe if I do this and then select none. Nope, that didn't work either.
Select background in the first and then click none.
Okay, well, Google is lying to you because I selected none. What if I do? Oh, hey, look at that. No, I want none. I don't get it. We're here. Doesn't matter. No, Gettysburg. Oh, yeah, you're right. See, you know where my mind's at. I hope you do because I don't know where it's at. But that's right, Gettysburg, when you refused to give her giant squishmallows. I think I forgot. Huh? We'll go live here in about 6 minutes.
We keep disappearing into the blur.
I know, it's weird. I don't like it.
Oh, you flipped the camera.
I did. I was seeing if maybe that did something. But no, the background is still.
And then you have to go to your actual
I don't.
like the Zoom set. It just tells you good background effects. So
Yeah. None of them do anything.
oh, but that blurs me. And then you click none and then it stops. But it's not helping.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway. Ava, hello. How are you? Yep. First official episode, I guess you could say. Just to say hi to everybody and let them know what is going to be going on. Give it about 4 minutes or so here and we'll go live on the tube. You're doing wonderful. That's good. Good to hear. She's awesome. You have not yet. Eventually. Yeah, this is just kind of testing everything out tonight, making sure everything works, talking a little bit about the podcast, some of the guests we're going to have coming up. Matt Hancock, what's up, bro? Hopefully you're in good shape down there and staying safe. Matt is a firefighter, and he is part of Southern Heat Paranormal, who you met. Mike Angus, the guy with the mustache.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're both firefighters together. The camera angle's a little weird. Yeah, I know, because if I move it the wrong way, she disappears into the background, and so do I. Oh, now I'm not going to disappear.
I just disappeared. It's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and before too, when I was doing the podcast, it was just me. So I could just do this and it'd be fine. She keeps blurring out, yeah, I know. She'll be all right. Yeah, man, we're good. Just been cutting trees. Oh gosh, I can imagine. Well, stay safe out there, of course, and hopefully I'll see you again sooner than later. Yeah, just a couple minutes here. We'll go live and we'll start recording. If you guys have any questions or anything, just go ahead and type them in there on YouTube and we'll check it as we go. Answer some questions if you have any. I was in the middle of putting something on Facebook and I got distracted.
Someone might be smart to put it on there.
I probably would. I did a little bit ago, but
Someone said they're sharing it. Get more people.
thanks. I know. I don't know why that's happening either. But thanks, Ava. I appreciate that. What are we going to be covering? Going to be talking about the new podcast, kind of the direction that I'm going. Reveal some of the guests that we have coming up. A little bit of what the schedule's going to look like. A little bit of everything, and then Q&A if anybody has questions or anything like that. And L&M Paranormal, Leah and Mike, how are you guys? Thanks for joining. All right, guys, so we're going to hit the record button over here and we're going to go live for the first episode or episode 0. Hey, everybody, welcome to It Came From the Podcast, episode 0. So, not technically the first official episode necessarily, but kind of an introduction and a little explanation about what we're going to be doing on this show. We are live on YouTube, as we always will be every Monday night. And since I have so many people that wanted to be a part of this podcast, I'm currently booked into December, and I'm going to be doing some Thursday night podcast interviews as well, just to be able to fit in as many people as I can since we're just getting started. Lots of people joining us here in the chat. Got Haunting Angels, Southern Heat Paranormal. Let's see what else we got. Paravisions. Awesome. Hi, guys. How are you? Leah and Mike from L&M Paranormal. Ava. We got all kind of people in here, and we appreciate you joining. Next to me, usually if you guys are watching me do a podcast, I'm here by myself. This is my daughter, Hannah. Say hi.
Hi.
One thing that's really neat about Hannah is she's in a broadcasting class. in high school. And so this would be something that I think might be pretty cool for her. And we'll see if she fits the job of a co-host. We'll see how good she does. Your job is going to be to keep an eye on this here. And we'll see if anybody has any questions or anything too as we come up, but you disappeared again. We're having a little bit of issues with this camera. I don't know what's going on, but if we fade away, don't worry. I think we're still here. Anyway, thank you guys all for joining us. As you know, the last time you saw me, I was with the Old World Paranormal podcast. I am not anymore, and that's why I started a brand new podcast. I've kind of had this in the works for a little while, trying to get as much groundwork done as I can, and we're ready to rock and roll. So, I said what I needed to say on Facebook almost 2 weeks ago, and that was it. So I'm not going to tell you, don't go and listen to that podcast, because you should. I'm proud of the work that I did there. I'm proud of where I got it to be. Over 25,000 listeners in 40 plus countries. I mean, that's pretty good. And I hope to do the same here. So I'm not going to say anything bad about that podcast at all. If you enjoy that content, go listen to it. And I hope you listen to us too. That's why I'm also recording on Monday nights. I'll be doing it on a different night than I think they intend on doing their podcast, and it's all good. So, what do we got going on here? Anything?
It's just about me.
Everybody's saying hi to Hannah. Yeah, maybe I should just turn it all over to her and let her do this every Monday night. So when I announced that I was doing a podcast, I had so many people reach out to me that I still have people that I need to get scheduled. And that's why I'm going to be adding those Thursdays too. But this podcast is going to be talking about a lot of things. We're not just going to stick to the paranormal type realm. We're going to do everything from paranormal, cryptids, ghosts, aliens, UFOs, unexplained phenomena, a little bit of true crime, conspiracies. So we're gonna go completely across the board with everything, and it's going to be some new people, some interesting people, and some topics that everybody might be interested in. So we're not going to corner ourselves into one category. We're going to talk about a bunch of them. Also, each episode is going to be between 30 and 40 minutes. So we're not going to go an hour, hour and a half, or anything like that. And I want you guys to be able to listen to this on your way to work or on your way home and get the whole thing in on your drive if you got to drive that long or something like that. So is everybody still saying hi to you?
No.
I came out
Say
with
good job.
freaking vengeance. Oh, thank you.
And the alien.
And the alien, yes. And I'm working on, I've got some pretty big names in the works, ones that, some that don't actually do a lot of podcasts. So that's pretty cool too, that I have the opportunity to get them. But take a look at the calendar here, give you guys kind of an idea of what we got going on. Starting on the 7th. Yes, the 7th of next month, we've got Mike Angus from Southern Heat Paranormal. He is currently able to be seen on Beacon TV for his brand new venture for him, brand new project for him with Searchers. So if you have an opportunity to head to Beacon TV, give them a little subscription. It's only $5 or $6 a month, and lots of content, everything from the paranormal to cryptids, the unexplained, lots of cool stuff. So on the 14th, we've got JD Hill. And I'm sorry, I'm going to look some of these up here real quick because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. JD Hill, we actually just talked the other night, and he said, absolutely, I want to be a part. And we got him all set. So let me get to my album here. Boy, more people than I do. Yeah, JD Hill, Ghost Planet, Studio 6 Productions, Ghost Planet on Roku. So if you have Roku, you can head over there and check that out. On the 21st, Father Ken Torres. If you are not familiar with Father Ken, he's an amazing guy. Um, he is the kind of person to where if you have a question about anything related to religion, especially when it comes to the uh, Catholic religion, he will give you answers and not hold back on anything. If you want the truth, he will give you the truth. If you want his opinion, he'll give you his opinion. Um, he is also a demonologist, very, very smart man, part of the Warren Legacy Foundation. He's grown to become a very good friend over the years here, and that's going to be a fantastic episode. Coming up on the 28th, Bob Freeman. Bob Freeman owns a couple of haunted locations here in north central Indiana, we'll say. He's the occult detective, and if you're familiar, if you're a comic book person, you have maybe heard of a comic book called Vampirella, which the person who did that was Frank Frazetta. He actually writes for the Vampirella comic books. So we've got a little bit of paranormal to talk about, and then we're going to talk about nerd stuff like comic books. I mean, why not, right? Bob Freeman is an awesome guy. Great lineup. Oh, we haven't even started yet. We got plenty more. These are just some out of the list, and like I said, I haven't even scheduled a lot of them yet. On the 11th of November, Leah and Mike, L&M Paranormal. If you're still here watching us, we've got Leah and Mike from L&M Paranormal. A couple of amazing people, paranormal investigators with a Christian foundation. Figure that one out. Can you send me his info? I sure can. That's no problem. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting conversation because they're great people, very knowledgeable. They love to go and investigate, and they're seekers of answers. You know, they're not fame and fortune seekers. They do it because they love to do it and they want to find the answers. So you'll definitely want to tune in for that one. On the 18th, the good friend Mike Ricksecker. If you tune into the History Channel, you've probably seen him 8 million times. Ancient Aliens, The Unexplained with William Shatner, The Alaska Triangle, History Channel, Travel Channel. We had him on previous podcasts several times. He is Leah will have a huge announcement by then too. Oh, so you definitely want to tune in on November 11th because apparently there's a huge announcement coming from L&M Paranormal. Only here. You'll only catch it here. But as I was saying about Mike Ricksecker, I got an opportunity to meet up with him for lunch one day. And, you know, I've talked to him many times before, and he's a super smart guy. But when you're sitting across the table from somebody who isn't almost an expert in every single thing you have a question about, your mind just starts to melt because he's so smart. Anything we want to know about Egyptology, anything you want to know about triangles across the globe, this guy is just loaded with information. So,
No, nothing.
It is kind of, on the 25th, I'm in November, right?
Yeah.
25th of November. We just settled on this date yesterday, actually. Chelsea Gill. For those of you that don't know Chelsea Gill, she's been on Paranormal Lockdown, Most Terrifying Places in America, the Hinsdale Archives. Had an opportunity to spend some time with her in person, and so did you, actually, when we were over at the Bell Mansion. We had an event there. Got to meet her, and she's super cool. Had a couple personal experiences with her, one of which maybe I'll talk about one day because I don't think I've really talked about it before. It was pretty intense and kind of makes you question a lot of things, but we'll talk about that with her too because I'm sure she remembers. She is a world-renowned psychic medium. She does so much stuff. She's got so many bookings throughout the year that I'm glad we were able to settle on a time that she could come in and be on the show for a little bit, but she was definitely excited to do it, and that's pretty cool. Looking into December. Let's see. Looking into December, we had one that I just finished with today. And I don't know. Oh, here we go. David Taylor. If you guys are familiar with David Taylor, you can find some of his stuff on Paraflix channel. Our Haunted Lives is where you would find stuff about him. And then I've got some other ones. We're still working on dates because one of them, old Dustin Perry, Old Faithful DP. If you follow him on Facebook and you take a look at one of his recent posts, this guy is booked somewhere almost every single day for the rest of the year. So we're trying to find a time that works out. But rest assured, Dustin Perry will be on at some point sooner rather than later. We're going to work him in. One that I've worked on took about 2 years because his contract with Discovery Plus would not allow him to do podcasts or anything like that. And now that contract ran out here. It's been about a couple months ago, I think. And he is free to do whatever he wants. And that is Ben Hansen, who I think we've all watched through the years. You'll know Ben mostly from Fact or Fake Paranormal Files back in the day, but you used to watch with me when you were a little bit littler. Ghosts of Morgan City, The Osbournes, I Want to Believe, of course, former FBI special agent as well. And now you can find him on TMZ, where he has his own segment, Strange and Suspicious. So Ben Hansen will be joining us as well.
You need to have them on your podcast. Hannah as well.
What? I need to have
Go on their podcast.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Just hit me up. Hannah as well. Oh, I suppose.
And Dustin is awesome.
Dustin is awesome. You know, if you have not had a chance to meet Dustin or talk to him, if you spend 10 minutes with him, you'll have a smile on your face for the rest of the night. He's just such a positive person. Hannah loves Dustin. We all love Dustin. He's a good guy. Always a pleasure to be around. But yeah, definitely reach out to me. We can get together and figure that out. Also, another good friend, Brian Cano. Brian Cano is actually with Johnny Zaffis right now. It's kind of a haunted collector reunion of sorts. So that's pretty cool. And of course, Brian Cano, we all know from The Haunted Collector, Paranormal Caught on Camera, the Oak Island drilling down. I never quite got into the Oak Island thing. But I think he was on there for an interview or something like that. It's a weird show. There's still Dustin is genuine, yeah. So Brian Cano, of course, also appeared, fun fact, in the Tom Hanks movie Big. So try and find him in that movie. So Brian was definitely all about coming on the podcast, and that'll be a sooner than later too. Also coming up is seen in American Paranormal Magazine, Wicked Wiccan Sisters, at least two of them, Nicole and Stacy. They're a couple of awesome people, and I actually kind of recently reconnected with them here over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to have them on, and they have a lot of weird and strange objects and some haunted objects, or objects that claim to be haunted. I have my own opinions about that, but we'll see. All they find is wood. Yeah, no kidding. No matter how deep they dig, it's always wood. What else we got? Oh, when I first got even interested in the paranormal and ghost hunting, it was all due to one show that to this day stands out to me as the original ghost hunting show and the most real paranormal investigating and researching show in all of paranormal show history, and that is Paranormal State. If you didn't watch Paranormal State, it was about a group of individuals from Penn State University who would, for the most part, go to people's homes and try and find out what was going on. So, um, I'm trying my best to get all of the cast members on. I've got one here for sure, another one that is going to. It's just a matter of when we can get her to do it. But on Paranormal State, Portals to Hell, Paranormal Lockdown, and Monster Quest, another good friend, Michelle Belanger. She is, man, she's like the Mike Ricksecker of spooky stuff. for a better way to put it, yeah, Paranormal State, yep, definitely. Everything from vampires to demons to, I mean, you name it. Michelle is amazing. Also a psychic medium. Katrina Weidman, yeah, I would love to have Katrina on. She's a very difficult person to get a hold of, but we'll see. You never know. Yeah, I'd like to meet her too. She was actually here around where I live at in Fort Wayne. Was it last year or the year before? She did a show at the Embassy Theater downtown, and I didn't get a chance to go, but we'll see. We'll see. I've always got surprises. What else we got? Oh, of course. Um, the people that were the first episode of the last podcast that I was a part of, you were with Katrina and Jack a few weeks ago. Okay, well, we need to talk then because Jack Osborne's another one I'd like to talk to. But people that were the first episode of the last podcast and also want to be a part of this one too, they've done quite a bit since the last time that we talked to them. Brandon Elvis and Mustafa Gadalari from Ghost Hunters, and now currently Haunted Discoveries on Haunt TV. Brand new show they've got going on for, gosh, probably been 6-9 months, maybe a little bit longer now. They're doing very well. They're using some techniques that you're not going to see on some of these other shows. Heather Taddy, that's the other person that I'm working on as well. She's awesome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Brandon Elvis and Mustafa Gadalari, we're going to have them on too. They are currently filming their newest season right now, so that one probably won't happen here for a couple months or so. But as soon as they have the ability and the time, we're going to have them on as well. Two of the goofiest, nuttiest people that I've had the pleasure of meeting multiple times and hanging out with. Hannah loves them too. Ghost Hunters, of course, Brian Murray and Rochelle Stratton. Couple of nuts, but good people, just genuine people. Bet Brian's happy that his Ravens won last night. He's not happy that my wife is a Steelers fan, but life goes on. But anyway, they are currently also on the New Beacon TV network with Adventures with Rochelle, the road trip. So if you have an opportunity, check that out too, because that's going to be a really cool show. Another one that just came up the other day because I got a friend request on TikTok, and I was like, I saw the name, and I'm like, I know that name. If you've heard of Living for the Dead on Hulu or Disney Plus.
The
Ravens, yeah. This is a gentleman by the name of Ken Boggle. Now, Living for the Dead was on live TV for quite a while, and then at the end of the season, it moved to Hulu and Disney Plus, so you could go back and watch the episodes. Recently, within the last few days, I think it has been pulled from Hulu and Disney Plus, sparking a little bit of outrage in the paranormal community in some respects, because Living for the Dead was essentially about a team of, I don't know, I'll say the word because he says it and it's in the description, queer paranormal investigators. So it was, these guys were kind of like a ragtag group of people, but the show itself was actually pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. So not only has the show been canceled, but it's been pulled from Hulu and Disney Plus. So unfortunately, I don't know why, but Voices of the Past starts filming in November for Beacon TV.
Probably more delayed. So
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. So I'm assuming, oh yeah, my Southern Heat Paranormal. I'm assuming that's going to be on Beacon TV, but we'll wait and see what he says. You keep disappearing. It's all right. Let's see who else do we got. We talked about him. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't know if he's in here right now. Phil Gibson. Phil Gibson is a good friend from previously of Heart City Paranormal in Elkhart, Indiana. He has kind of stepped away from the paranormal and has been for quite a while. And he is doing Heart of the Universe. He has some telescopes and stuff that he points it into the sky and gets some of the most amazing pictures of the stars and galaxies, and it's the coolest stuff. And so I want to talk to him about that. Talk to him about why he made the switch. Hannah's Paranormal coming in and out. Yeah, I know.
I can't help it.
I don't know. It's something wrong with my camera. I don't know. But Phil Gibson, some of you guys might even know him from Heart City Paranormal. We're not even going to talk about the paranormal with him. We're going to talk about space. We're going to talk about some of these amazing pictures that he takes, and we'll discuss that as well. Let me see if I got any more surprises that I can drop here. Yeah, because we're going to be booking this one here. Actually, they reached out to me today. James Anito and Father Bob Bailey, paranormal phenomena research and investigation team. And then, of course, Father Bob Bailey was a priest. I don't believe he is anymore, but the Campsonator is amazeballs. He is. But we're going to get into some religious discussion with them. We're going to talk about, well, who knows? I mean, we got 2,000 to 3,000 pages of a Bible we could go through and talk about some stories. So, Voices of the Past, Brian and Michelle starts filming November for Beacon TV. Okay. All right. Well, that's where they're going to be, on Beacon TV. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then I got a couple other ones here that I'm not going to announce yet. We're going to save some, but let's just say that we'll be talking about Amityville. We'll be talking about paranormal reality television. We'll be talking about Bigfoot. We'll be talking about cryptids. The last two are just with one person, so that's going to be pretty interesting as well. And yeah, so I've got a list of people here that we're still trying to add or find days for here, and again, a bunch of different topics.
Yes.
Nothing else. So yeah. So anyway, that kind of sums up, what we're going to be doing on this podcast. Hannah has the opportunity to join anytime she wants to, especially when we have on some guests. That way she can ask some questions, and you guys, she can keep an eye on the YouTube comments, and we can make sure that your questions get answered, because when we are doing these interviews, as you're watching and typing in these comments, we want you to type in questions to ask the guests, and we'll make time to get those questions to our guest and see if we can get them answered. So a little bit of audience participation, if you will. What cryptid do I find the most fascinating? Fascinating. I don't know. How about you?
What's that word mean?
Cryptids are like the Mothman, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, any of those weird ones.
I think you like the Mothman.
Well, I like the Mothman, but I don't think the Mothman is realistic. I'm kind of a Bigfoot guy. I think something like that could exist. I don't think something like a Mothman could
Yeah.
exist. Um, but yeah, I would say probably Bigfoot, Sasquatch. That would be mine.
Yeah.
Um, so does anybody have any questions about any of the guests coming up? Anything about the podcast, how it's going to work? Hopefully, I'll have this stupid camera thing here fixed. This is so weird. Oh, there she goes again. Dogman. Yeah, Dogman. Yeah, I actually recently got a book here. Thanks, Julie, for that. You ever heard of Catman? About Cat Dog Man. But yes, Julie put a Facebook post on the other day, and she had a book called The United States of Cryptids. And so I had to go and get that from the library. Catman introduced to him this week in the story anyway. Yeah, I can't say I've heard of that one. That is interesting. It's funny. I had someone reach out to me tonight about doing they're coming on their podcast, and it was a wrestling podcast. And for those of you that are not aware, I've been involved in pro wrestling for the last 15 years. And someone asked me to be a part of their show. And I just got a friend request here that I never imagined I would ever get. So that was pretty cool. Maybe we'll have some wrestlers in the show too, because there are some wrestlers who have done movies and some horror movies as well. But I know, I don't know why. I tried turning the blur background off and it won't turn off. It's haunted.
Good luck.
Maybe you're haunted. I don't know. Good luck on your new adventure. Thank you very much. Definitely get with me for sure. Melanie, that's funny. Um, but yeah, we're going to be having our official episode 1 next Monday with Mike Angus of Southern Heat Paranormal, and also now Beacon TV, Mr. Superstar that he is.
Oh no, what's creepy?
Coach Hawk. That's Bob. DJ, what's up? DJ Hovis just joined the YouTube. And of course, it says, if you're looking at the comments, it says Skippy. Because Skip was my nickname in high school.
You told me about that.
I did, and people still call me that. DJ, a good friend of mine, he came up to the Bell Mansion with his boys a while back. And Cold Hawk, what's my favorite bird? I'll show you next time I see it. I keep it in my pocket. It's in my hand right now, but I won't show you. Good luck. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, tonight was just kind of an introduction to let you guys know what we're going to be doing. And just to kind of recap, every Monday night and sometimes on Thursday nights, depending, we'll let you guys know ahead of time. We will be recording and we'll be on Facebook Live at the same time with our guests. That was crazy what you just did right there.
What?
I don't know. You made a weird face, and I just
okay. Well, your hat lies, which is true. We don't even like that.
I just bought it because it was like $7 at Marshalls. Dude, leave me alone. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, every Monday night and sometimes on Thursdays, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Episodes will be anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes. And we'll have on the guests that I just talked about tonight, including some that I didn't, because we got to save some surprises, right? And I appreciate all you guys that have liked the TikTok. My gosh, the TikTok just like exploded. That was really weird. Everybody that got me to 59 subscribers on this YouTube channel so that I can do the lives. And all the support. Like I said, not gonna get in depth and talk about everything, but uh, just the support is amazing, and I appreciate it. So hopefully, this new podcast takes off, and it doesn't disappear into the background on every episode she's on. uh, This girls will be watching. Thank you, Haunting Angels. I appreciate it.
I just give up. Look at me.
You're just gonna sit. Oh, that was creepy. It was just like your mouth. We could do like if you guys watch the Y Files. He's got the little fish in the bowl that talks. We could just have a pair of lips in the background. I need to say nothing about it. I don't know what that means. If it means what I think it means, I am saying nothing about it. You're weird. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys joining tonight. If you guys have any questions, give you a couple minutes there to type them in because there's a little bit of delay on YouTube there. So
is that better for you?
What?
It won't ever blur you out.
I know. Maybe it's because I'm so close. I don't know. There it is. That's the solution. You gotta sit up like that.
Absolutely.
It's new journey, good things. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's exciting. I'm glad that everybody else was excited about it. And it's going to be pretty cool. Make sure I didn't miss 222 Paranormal Podcast. You know what? I think I actually have you down to reach out to. I think I took a screenshot of your Facebook profile today so that I would remember to reach out to you. Am I coming to Para Unity? I would like to, yes. The original plan was for me to be attending. Um, Obviously, it wouldn't have been with the group that I would have been there with, so I would still like to, just to be able to see everybody and everything. So I don't know if I have to attend as a guest, I'll attend as a guest. It's not a huge deal, but I would like to, yeah. And again, if you guys would just spread the word about the podcast, let everybody know that we exist. It came from the podcast on every social media, Instagram, TikTok, X. I can hang with you. That sounds good to me. Now have to send me the information about that because I think I deleted all the notes I had.
Join them.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, send me the information because I forgot the exact date and times and all that stuff because I deleted the upcoming events that I had on my list. So, um, but yeah, like I said, keep spreading the word. Let's get this podcast up to big numbers. Get it out to everybody. That's the point of the whole thing. It's never been about being Joe Rogan, although it'd be pretty cool to be at the level of Joe Rogan on a podcast. But it's about talking about topics that we enjoy and getting it out there so other people can listen to it and get information. It's never been about being famous. I don't want to be famous. I could care less. But that's why, again, I don't, this podcast was never about having on all these paracelebs and things like that. It's not about that. It's never been about that. So, although I don't know, Mike Agus is kind of celebrity status now. I don't know if he's still in here. uh, but no, Mike's a good guy. He doesn't act like he's somebody special, although he is a little special. Mike. So yeah, definitely reach out to me about Peer Unity. Shoot me that information, and we'll see what we can do. To everybody else, thank you for joining in tonight. I appreciate all the love, all the follows, subscriptions, and all that good jazz. And I will be back here next Monday night. Maybe you will too.
I don't know.
We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna head out. Thanks for joining us for episode 0 of It Came From the Podcast. And for episode 1, you'll also get to hear the awesome new theme music that I have as well. So lots of surprises, lots of cool things happening. Love you too, buddy, for sure. And remember, the tagline of It Came From the Podcast is believe in the unbelievable. And hopefully make you do that or give you an opportunity to do that at some point soon. So thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. See you later, YouTube.